and welcome to another episode of Absolutely Long Island. This is our first episode of the new year.
Yay!
So, cheers to 2021. Please,
better.
please,
Be
please
better.
be better, please. Ooh. If not, there'll be a lot more of this. So, today we thought we would start off the new year by talking about alternatives to online dating. Online dating has not proved successful.
Right. Not after
Right.
all these years.
Not after, 30, 40, 50 years.
Right,
It hasn't
right,
proved
right.
successful. You got to start something new sometime, right?
Exactly.
So one of the things out there, of course, that's familiar to probably everyone is matchmaking.
Yes.
And where you pay someone, it's not just online, you pay someone to go through their black book, allegedly, and match you up with something.
Put your hands in your hair, go do.
At least that's what it was in the older days. Now, of course, it's more like an online book that they have.
It's a little
or whatever.
different. It's a little different.
But in researching this, we have found a couple of things. Number one, it's very expensive.
Hey, lady, how much?
Talk to the pimp.
Great. Hi.
Can arrange like upwards of like $1,000 when you break it out a date.
Pardon me?
Because you pay like $5,000
Holy shit!
and they guarantee you 3 to 6 dates.
Right, within a year or 18 months.
Right.
So it's a long journey. It's not quick.
Girls back in 45 minutes or milk cuts your balls off.
Right.
So you have to
You
pay
have to
the
invest
money.
time and invest money
Right.
in this. And from the experiences that you've heard about, and even your own experience with that horrible woman from matchmaking,
Right.
it seemed like once they get your money,
They don't want to know you.
it's not
yeah.
that great. So talk a little bit
Right.
about,
And I've read a lot of reviews, and I actually spoke to a couple of people back then because I was really going to invest the money and do
Right.
it. And there's really no guarantee. And when I read all the reviews on most of the sites, once they get your money, you barely hear from them. They guarantee you quality matches based upon your preferences.
I started by using the Match custom search filter. I filtered out joy, happiness, toilet paper, and reason.
Boom.
And the interviews that they do with you, which
Yeah.
is like an hour interview or something, and they really don't. And they give you a certain amount of people, and some woman said, I was reading online that she wanted only doctors or whatever. They gave her people out of work, unemployed.
Oh, my name is Tim. I'm always available. By the way, I also do engine work on BMWs. Bye.
I think it's just a scam. And they have a very small database, and some of them actually pick from the dating sites like Match and JDate and Zeus and everything. So they comb those sites also. So you could do the same thing.
So it's almost like somebody's
basically.
paying to do your research for you.
Right, and there's
In a
another
sense.
site that is a kind of a matchmaking site, and that's exactly what they do. Because they say matchmaking sites don't work, and what they do is they write the profile for you. They answer your, they do all the browsing, all the searching for you. They really do all the legwork. You do absolutely nothing. They email the person, they do all the dialogue for you, and then if you're ready, you'll go out with someone or you won't. And it's kind of like they do it for you.
So-
Because they basically say matchmaking doesn't work. And the other thing is, when you pay a lot of money, men especially, they want the model. They want the 20-year-old model. They don't want to spend $5,000-$6,000 for a regular girl that maybe they're going to meet on the Plenty of Fish site or at a bar or whatever. They really want something that's really, really difficult. So I think if you're over 40 or 45, I just don't think it works.
Okay, so maybe it's
Yeah.
more of a younger crowd kind of thing.
Right,
if
unless you're a
over-
billionaire, because then there's sites where you pay like $300,000, and then they'll
Wow.
hook you up with Heidi Klum's younger sister or whatever, something like that. Which, okay, for 300,000, you know, but
And
it's
there was another one that was kind of a hybrid also called what, Just Lunch or something like that?
it's
or?
just lunch.
Yeah.
It's just lunch. I talked to him in detail, and it was around $800 a month, depending on how many dates that you're looking to get.
It's a car payment, like an expensive car
It's an
payment.
expensive car payment,
Yeah.
and you may not even get a date that month. Or he may be horrible, and then you feel like I just threw $800 away. I mean, I don't have the means to do something like that, or maybe I'm not as desperate, but I don't think that that's a good option.
So we did come across when researching this, a very funny website called Seeking Arrangements.
Yes.
Now, we have experience with this because
Firsthand.
a friend of ours
Did it.
went on Seeking Arrangements and it actually worked for him.
I want women.
I got women, they sit on your face, anything you want.
I want some. How much?
Let you have them at cut rate price for 45 minutes. $200.
Sold.
Right.
So talk about what is Seeking Arrangements.
Seeking Arrangements is basically a site where the men normally make $250,000 a year plus, and they're willing to get what they call a sugar baby.
Sugar baby. Mm-hmm.
And it's not really like prostitution, but it's kind of.
I'm a whore, Jack. You've made me into a whore.
Honey.
You brought me to Las Vegas and you turned me into a whore, Jack.
But like I was telling you, but she doesn't leave, you know, after the deed is done. Like she'll make you breakfast, you'll go out for coffee.
You said it's like sex with coffee and crepes in the morning.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Right, it's something like that.
And another week and crepes, right? It's kind of like you're on loan. Almost, not quite an escort, but almost like an escort.
Like an escort, but sometimes it actually turns into a relationship. Some of these sugar babies just want money, like to pay college tuition off, or they have some sort of expense or something they want to do. Others, I think, do it because they're really trying to land a rich guy, so they figure they'll try it this way and see if it works. But
Interesting.
basically, they're called sugar babies, and those are the women. And then the men are well-to-do, and they give them gifts. They don't
Right,
want to
not
call
money.
it
They don't call it money because that would be illegal.
Right. So
Okay.
they give them gifts, and lots of times they'll pay for their mortgage, they'll pay for their rent, they'll pay for, you know, whatever, they'll buy them jewelry, whatever, and sometimes it works. But, you know, there are a lot of weirdos, of course, on these sites.
Yeah.
You know,
I know. I was reading one woman, the guy said for a lot of money, all he really wanted to do was electrocution.
Right in the nuts. That was beautiful.
Right. He really
So
enjoyed
that's what he wanted. He said he had wired some sort of connections.
it. Yeah.
And he wanted to do electrocution.
Right.
And so instead of sex or lunch, he'd just electrocute you. Now,
Right.
I was thinking this
Yeah.
could be a good deal for me.
Right.
Because I wouldn't want to have sex with them.
Right, but you have
and
to-
honestly, rather than working for an abusive boss,
Yeah.
like 5 days a week,
Yeah, you get one
wouldn't
zap.
it be okay to get a couple of zaps,
Yeah.
like maybe at lunch? I mean, a zap on Monday and Thursday or Friday?
I don't think
and then it
depending
pays your
on-
mortgage?
I
So
think
I don't know. I mean,
it could be
electrocution?
You know what? It could not be that bad of a thing. Like you
Right?
said, if it's just a little zip here and there and he gets off on it, and then you go home, you get in
Yeah.
the car, you get your gifts.
You get a couple
You
of
know?
Band-Aids.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
your skin's a little scorched for a
Yeah.
couple of days. You put a little makeup on or whatever, you know.
Cover it
whatever.
up.
Hey, I mean,
it could be worse, or you know, it could be other freaks like that want less things. Like, you know, there are these weird things where these women make thousands of dollars a month with these cams. Like, men just want to see you, like, you know, brushing your hair. Brushing your teeth, clipping your toenails, like
yeah, I mean,
really
like,
sick things.
maybe
you
just
know?
putting your foot up to the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, no one has ever touched my feet before.
I think there's got to be a better way out there, whether it's a hybrid site where someone does the work for you.
Yeah.
And this is a serious topic, though.
Very.
A woman did do a TED Talks on this, and she was a computer programmer and she created macros to sort of game the system.
Yeah.
And she had a set of parameters of who she wanted to meet, and she was able to do it by computer programming. And one of the things that she noticed is she wasn't getting very many dates by her profile that she put in, and she went and looked up who's the most popular this week or that week, and she looked at their profiles and said, well, why are they getting more hits than me? What do they have in their profile that's not in mine? And she found a couple of it was that you had to dress a little
more
provocative a little bit. And you had to show fun, and you had to show animation and stuff on the site.
You're doing activities, you're out and about.
Things like that.
You're exercising. Men have a huge fear of fat women. I mean, a huge fear. So they want to know that you're into hiking and jogging and working out in the gym and everything else. They don't want a couch potato, even if they're like going to give birth.
If they're like hanging out, if they just want chips and beer, you better be climbing Mount Everest, literally. So if you get nothing else out of this show, and and matchmaking is not something you want to invest in, which does seem very pricey.
It is, it's very expensive.
Maybe the answer is something in between, or still doing online dating, but doing your approach to online dating being a little bit better. And one of the things she said that worked for her was that her mother always told her, this TED Talks person, don't be so picky. You're in your late 30s, you can't be picky. She said the reverse worked for her. By being more picky, she got better dates.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Wait a minute.
She had to be very specific about what she wanted in order to really get the right matches. So I think being picky may not be a bad thing. But seriously, they say you do need to put things on there like, I like a person who jogs, or I like a person who's very active. More than just you have to love dogs and kids. You have to put on there, you need to be outgoing. You need to like to do movies, or you need to like to do this.
Sense of humor, or if you're looking for someone who has a couple of dollars, you could say, I want someone career-minded.
Yes, financially.
With a good work ethic. You don't want someone living in their friend's basement, not working all day, playing video games. So you do have to, tighten up the field of people.
And so you're trying the new approach now.
I'm trying the new approach.
And we'll let you know how that goes. So anyway, we'll leave you with that thought. Here's to an electrifying new year, and hopefully it'll be a good one. And cheers, and have a wonderful weekend. See you on the next episode of Absolutely Long Island. Bye bye.